You ever been on a roller coaster going through a loop and felt that force pinning you to your seat? Or how about a satellite orbiting the Earth? What stops it from just flying off into the blackness of space? Well, the answer to both is the exact same thing, a concept called centripetal force. It sounds a little complex, I know, but trust me, it's the key to understanding why things move in circles.
Okay, so let's start with a bit of a puzzle. One of the most basic rules in physics is that an object in motion wants to stay in motion, in a straight line. So why doesn't everything just move in straight lines all the time? How can a planet possibly orbit a star, or how can you even turn a corner in your car? It kind of goes against that basic rule, right? That's the puzzle we're going to solve.
So that's our big question for today. What is it? What is the thing that's strong enough to grab an object that wants to go straight and bend its path into a curve? Something has to be pulling on it, right?
And of course there is something. Physicists have a name for this mystery force. It's what makes our solar system work, what makes a merry-go-round fun. This is the solution to our puzzle.
Here we go. It's called centripetal force. The official definition is right there. The force required to keep an object moving in a circular path. Now that sounds simple, but the really important bits are buried in the second half of that sentence. We're talking about the direction of the force and how it relates to the object's own movement. That's where the magic is.
So to really get this, we have to look at two different things at once, the force pulling on the object and the velocity, that's the speed and direction, of the object itself. It's like a tale of two different directions, and their relationship is absolutely everything.
This chart breaks it down perfectly. Think about swinging a ball on a string over your head. The ball's velocity is its natural tendency to fly off in a straight line, right? Tangent to the circle. But at the exact same time, you've got the centripetal force. That's the string. And it is constantly pulling the ball inward, straight toward your hand in the center.
And here's the absolute key. That inward pull and that forward velocity are always at a perfect 90-degree angle to each other. They're perpendicular. And that's why this is a turning force. It's not pushing the ball forward to make it faster or pulling it back to make it slower. Nope. It's pulling from the side, which does one thing and one thing only. It changes the ball's direction.
All right, let's pull all these pieces together and just nail down the essential characteristics of this inward pull.
Let's just lock this in. 4 simple rules. Number 1, you can't have circular motion without it. It's absolutely required. 2, it always pulls inward, no exceptions. 3, it's always aimed directly at the center of the circle. And 4, like we just said, it's always perpendicular to the object's velocity. You remember those 4 things, you've pretty much got this down.
And boom, there's the solution to our puzzle. It's this constant tug of war. The object is always trying to shoot off in a straight line, and the centripetal force is always yanking it back toward the center. The result isn't a straight line, and it isn't a crash into the middle. It's a perfect, stable, circular path.
Which brings us to one last really interesting question. We've said over and over again that this force is required. So what happens if it's not there anymore? You're swinging that ball on a string, and suddenly the string snaps. What happens to the ball? Well, the answer takes us right back to the very first thing we talked about. An object in motion wants to do what? It wants to travel in a straight line.